T.
Miss 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 T.
Can't wait for you to meet Miss T. She is the T in T.
Did you know, this is a statement that I've heard so many times over my life, but did you know that fish grow to the size of the tank that they're put in? Now, someone just recently told me, Miss T, that is a fallacy. It is not true. And I said, I don't like that you're saying that because I've heard it my whole life and I literally believe it. But if it's not true for fish, it surely is true for people. People grow to the size of the environment, the situation, the circumstance that they are placed in, or they have the option to grow. So today I want to talk a bit about, teach a bit about, encourage a lot about the fact that if you are looking to grow in any area, financially, relationally, fun and adventure, educationally, you have to put yourself in a position that demands that from you. Now, I'll tell you this, for many, many years, the situation that demanded that from me is that I didn't have enough. I grew up in extreme poverty. I've had so many seasons of lack and they kind of bump up against each other that the need to survive was the demand mechanism for me to tap inside of myself and tap into some hidden talents. And it wasn't always easy, but that was the thing. And so I'm saying, should you desire a different life, a better life, a higher life, what's the thing that's demanding you to tap into the depth of you, to pull that thing up out of you? Now, when I look at the how of that, because most often people will say, well, how do I do that? It's really your job to continually keep yourself in situations that cause you to grow. The moment you find your comfort zone and then you just coast, I've already taught you this, but what does this mean in medical terms? Anything that goes just like a flat line like that is what? It's dead. It's not thriving. It's not living. It's not surviving. You want a life that when you look at it on a graph, it's blipping. Anything that's flatlining is dead, but it's your job to keep yourself in position where your potential is being demanded from you. So here's a few ways that you can do that. Number one is never lose your posture as a student of a subject, a student of language, a student of people, a student of environment, a student of life. If you maintain the fact that I am a student and I am going to grow and learn and change in industry, in career, in something. And how? Here's your how. Read, take a class, learn something new, play an instrument, learn a language. You have not exhausted all of your learning. And the more you put yourself in position to learn and grow and change in something new, something different, it will tap into something in you that you don't even know is a talent or a gift yet. Like I didn't know that I had the capacity to speak 4 languages. Not until the situation demanded that I learn sign language because I was working with kids who were deaf. Their first language was not English. It was American Sign Language. So I went back to school to learn sign language. That's how I learned I have a talent for this thing. I can do more than one language. Then Spanish, of course, everybody takes it in school now, but when do you use it? Today, 40% of my staff speak Spanish as their first language. So in order for me to communicate with them, support them, work with them, I gotta know their language. That's 3. And then I spend a lot of time in France. For a person, I guess, most people may visit it as a bucket list thing, but I enjoy going there, so I go there. But that means I'm around the people. I have to learn their language. At the very least, I got to learn how to order some baguettes and, nice bags and stuff like that. So my point is, until I put myself in positions where it demanded for me, and most often the thing that demands me to, really fight forward and growing and learning and something new is because I serve people. I really enjoy helping, supporting, building, encouraging people. And sometimes I'm the one that has to grow and change in order for me to be able to help them to grow and change. So my demand often shows up in that respect is because it expands the way I can serve and support people. But you need to determine the thing that demands you to continue to shape shift because you're tapping into your skills, your talents, your abilities. Another way is making sure that you're taking steps in a direction. Once you learn that you have the ability in you to do something, keep growing in it. Don't just, hola, mi llama es T. No, keep growing in that. Get conversational with it. Go to countries that speak it. Immerse yourself in it. Why? Because it's helping you put a demand on the vast potential that's in you. And then I find the more that you develop, expose your skills and your talent, it appreciates your value as an employee, as an entrepreneur, as someone in public service, even as a parent. You want to continue to grow you by allowing these things to be exposed in you and through you. Another way I find, again, I told you that demand often packages itself out of need. I didn't have a lot of things and I was a single mom raising kids. I had no idea that I had the capacity to do some of the things that I did during that season, but I did it. Miraculously, I did it. I built a company, raised 3 kids, and went to college full time and graduated with honors in the same season. I think that kind of stuff is so cool, but I didn't know I had the potential or the time to do it. Like I didn't get a lot of sleep, but I still made it through sanely, I think. But I still made it through. But who would have thought? Like I didn't know I had the potential to do that until the demand for it was there. And again, if you're seeking something more, if you're seeking to, I get a lot of questions about owning your own business. Do you know the demand for that? Do you know the time demand, the skill demand, the monetary demand, the socialization demand for that? I find that most people think, oh, I can do this, I can build this, I can do this on my own. No, you cannot. You'll need a team. Depending on how high and how far you want to go, you'll need a team. So you need to put yourself in situations that demand you to tap into your potential to socialize, to network, to relationship build, so that you are not pulling this heavy thing along or pulling it up alone. You can try, but that's how a lot of people get discouraged. That's how a lot of people quit because it's really hard to do it. So what's the demand point here? What's the thing that's going to help you, little fishy, grow in the bigger tank is your socialization. I also find that etiquette is a thing. You put the demand on yourself to grow to a level, but then you get to this level and you don't know the etiquettes of this level. I guess it all still just boils back down to learning. That facet of socialization and learning, people that don't possess that becomes weaponry against you. So if you don't put the demand on, okay, you're having a meal with a huge executive that you want to sign a contract that'll set your company up for the next year, and your etiquettes don't suggest that you have the depth of capacity as a business owner and a CEO because of how you're eating or how you're articulating or your lack of knowledge in this specific kind of environment, that could be the make or break for you. So what you want to do is you want to allow yourself to get into those situations so that you're developing the etiquettes that will give you sustaining power, staying power as you're growing and the demand is pulling things out of you and it's scaling you up and you're learning to swim around and really get comfortable and confident in this big new tank. And the eventuality is this. Yes, fish, people, however you want to classify it, they grow to the size of the tank. But here's what you eventually want to do. You want to get out of the tank. You want to swim around in the ocean where there are no walls. The depth is really hard to plumb. And there's no ceiling. It's just vast. It's open. And opportunity is everywhere for potential anything. The eventuality is you want to build yourself to a place where you're in the big ocean and the demand for you to grow it never stops. That's when you know you're in the realm of limitless possibility, and you can really shape your life, your lifestyle, and your legacy in a multitude of ways. So I think, yes, tanks are good. Yes, structured situations are good for growth. But I think eventually you want to give yourself the opportunity to be in atmospheres, environment, and company that cause you to see that you have no limit, that you can really, truly do anything that you want to do. And when you're in a realm like that, you better believe that the demand will come hard and fast and frequent, which is why you want to take the steps in the tanks so that by the time you're in the ocean, it's just your regular practice. So, my recommendation for you today is number one, keep learning, keep growing. And then, when I say learning and growing, think of it like this in grade school. Kindergarten is a tank. First grade is a tank. Second grade is a tank. Elementary school is a tank. Middle school is a tank. High school is a tank. College is a tank. The world is your ocean. So yes, take the steps and develop and keep yourself in demand mode in the tanks, with the eventual game plan is that you're in this wide, limitless ocean and you're really allowing situations, circumstances to tap into the depth of who you are and who you were created to be. I think that's when it gets fun. It gets challenging, but it also gets fun. So again, my advice, my recommendation, my encouragement is you grow to the size of the tank. Examine the tank you're in. Look for the tank you want to be. And if you're in the biggest tank you can be in, get ready for the ocean, baby. Get off the shore, dive in, plunge. And let's see what's in you and what can be produced through you. So thank you, as always, for jumping in this tank with me or swimming in this ocean of opportunity with me. Make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving some comments, all the things, because it helps us do what we do and it helps me serve you better when I know what's helping you and what I need to do more of. And then beyond that, I'll see you again soon with more tips, tricks, and strategies that are hopefully helping you build the life and the lifestyle that you love and that your family is loving. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again very, very soon.